Okay, ladies, gents, whoever you are, wherever you come from, whatever you're doing, feature race time. So in the last video, you saw us cover the sprint race. When it lets us do it, there we go. We're going to cover the feature race now. So this is live as I record it, but unfortunately this will be uploaded after post-race. Noticing on that board, I wonder if that updates as you go around. We'll check that out later. So it's reverse grid this time. So TWT, who was last in the last race, will start from pole position. P1 Sebastian, he does get a bit of a poor start though. As we see, where's my player names? Why aren't they on? Why aren't player names on? I struggle to tell you who people are. Ah well, we'll figure that out as we go. Bogus Begbie then, as we said, he started third this time round, and he is going to be the man to watch in this race. So he's in the number 18 as anti-car. He's going to be the man in the Ascension. TWT already down to third, Cuddles into fourth. Hunty the Punt has already made a place up on Boonsy Bob, so he's up into sixth, the winner last time out. As we see Malatali go for a little bit of a move. Here's some screeching up ahead. Malatali's unfortunately going to dink it off track. Hunty the Punt is going to keep it on and probably make another position up, but he's going to lose out to Boonsy Bob up ahead. Cuddles is defending hard to TWT, was that? Yeah, it was TWT, so unfortunately Cuddles is going to take a bit of a trip on the grass. Weed Smoker maintains the lead of this one. Let me just see if I can get some info on. Yeah. I don't know why I've not got player names, that just appears to be a little bit of a bug. I love PlayStation. Bogus Begbie in second then. He's one place up. Boonsy Bob after making that move on Hunty. They're both up into third and fourth. You see two cars going miraculously wide, one of them being TWT, and Cuddles is all the way down in last position right now, but he's got plenty of time to make that up. So the format for this one, so as you can see the timer, bottom right hand corner, we've got 28 minutes to go. The guys now have less fuel in the tank than they should have, having 70 litres they start with. They also have free range of tyre, so they can go any tyre from the racing hard tyre, so the more durable but less grippy, all the way up to the super sticky, super sticky, super soft tyre, which you see a couple of the guys will be running. Hunty the Punter, you're gonna eat your tyres, mate, if you drift like that. That is not how you look after your tyres, my friend. That is not how you do it. So Boonsy Bob then into second. Bogus Begbie in first. Weed Smoker's had an absolute shocker somewhere along the line, and he was running in first, but unfortunately he's duffed it somewhere and he's off the track, and he's now running in sixth, chasing down Cuddles. Cuddles by virtue chasing down by the Tyler, the man who we saw make that fantastic last corner move last time out to claim third. Hunty the Punty, the winner last time out. He's got a little bit of work to do. He's 3.5 seconds off Bogus Begbie in the lead, but maybe he can make this up through strategy. If you notice, he is running the medium tyre. I can freely talk about tyres and fuel now because this is going to be uploaded post-race, so I have no shame in doing that. Bogus Begbie's on the softs, Boonsy Bob super softs, Hunty mediums, Miley Tyler softs, Cuddles mediums, Weed Smoker super softs, TWT mediums, so a bit of a mixture. I think with the initial fuel being set at 70 litres, my temptation as a racer would have been to go onto a soft compound to get away with, because your first stint, if you're running it on mediums, to be fair, that's a lovely shot there as Hunty drifts it again. He's really struggling with the grip on those mediums. He should be used to it because he ran all the last race on the medium. Yeah, the temptation, I guess, because your first stint's going to be shorter anyway. You might as well run the softest compound you can possibly get away with. The super softs in. Where's all in the front? If you're good with your tyres, you can make your super softs last a good stint anyway without really losing any time. They do have a big drop off though, so they're good for a while, and then all of a sudden, off the pop. Bogus Begbie is pulling a bit of a gap now, so he's probably taken that advice on board. He's running the softs. Boonsy Bob's doing the same. He's getting quite congested. You see Marley Tyler just bin it, and he's going to pick up some damage. That is going to let Cuddles and Hunty through. So unfortunately we did two hard there to Marley Tyler. We got two wheels on the grass coming out of the chicane, and that is just going to send the back of the car around. Cuddles is going to want to get past Hunty. They both drop it though, as we go on board with Cuddles just as he tries to rescue a move. Let's go back and check that out and see what happened. So you're going to watch Hunty up ahead, and Hunty is going to run just a little bit wide. And Cuddles is going to go as well, and they're both just going to drop it. Hunty does a really good job, in fairness, of recovering his race. So rather than absolutely duff it up, coming from Madgwick, Hunty does rescue that one. Are there any fights on track? So Cuddles and Weed Smoke are quite close together again. Marley Tyler's not a million miles behind these guys, so we could see some action here. Cuddles just loves running it wide. It's a hard track, Goodwood. It looks easy. I can guarantee you it ain't. It's not a simple track to learn at all. As we see Weed Smoke just going around the outside as we come into Levant. Cuddles is going to switch over and defend that though. Weed Smoke is tempted to go for a move, but unfortunately he's duffed himself up there. We'll go back and have another look at that and see what happened. So Weed Smoke, I think, went to switch Cuddles and see if he could duff away down the inside. But yeah, just unfortunately just got two wheels in the wrong place. Fortunately, Tarmac was there to save him. He was able to resume his race without too much time lost. But unfortunately that has dropped him back a little bit, and he will have cooked his tyres owing to that. So these super softs, you do need to look after them. If you don't, that's what happens. So his front left has really took a battering now. Marley Tyler on the medium's done a very similar, Cuddles on the medium's done a very similar thing. As we've seen Marley Tyler just go up there, he's on the softs and he's actually doing better than the guys that running the harder compounded tyre. Hunty's taking chunks out of his as well, so his medium's not holding up too well. Not too bad, but considering he's on the hardest compound of anyone, I would expect him to be looking after them better. Bogus Begbie on the softs, Boonsy Bob on the super softs, so somewhere along the line these two have swapped positions. It's quite striking that Cuddles is the fastest man on the track, and he's on the mediums, and these two are having a bit of a battle again. So Marley Tyler and Cuddles very close together. As we just see Cuddles back out of that one, go on the grass, probably looking to make a move as we enter the chicane. He doesn't, but he's going to go very wide. He's going to do a Marley Tyler move. Unfortunately, it doesn't work out for him this time. So the battle for fourth is well and truly on. We'll see how that pans out throughout the race. Obviously a long time to go in this, 20 minutes left, 22 minutes, sorry. We're going to see pit stops happening probably in about 5 minutes time, so that does normally shake things up unless anyone's absolutely churned through the fuel and will pit early. So the argument is whether you can make a one-stop work, or whether you go for the two stops, see if the two stops any faster. Goodwood isn't a high deg track, so what I mean by that is we watch Cuddles just go on an absolute adventure over the grass. Maybe a bit too distracted by the planes that litter the interior of this circuit, so he's now lost out to Marley Tyler. And again he's put some tyre wear on that car as he goes off again. I don't know if he got the email that this wasn't a rallycross event, but he seems to be doing it anyway. Weed Smokers are going to come for a move. Weed Smokers are going to get past. Cuddles is now low on fuel. So it's Boonsy Bob, Bogus Begbie. Dives into the pits last minute. He's absolutely minimal on fuel. Hunty the Punt has probably got enough to stay out again, but he chooses to pit. Probably get their mediums off. Marley Tyler though, looking at his fuel, he's got about 20 litres left, so he's doing a really good job, Marley Tyler, of conserving that fuel. Doing a good job on his tyres as well. So he may be going for the one stop if he can really stretch this first stint out. He can slap another set of softs on. If we get another lap, 2 laps out of this without losing too much time, he'll be in a really good position. Boonsy Bob is probably going to have to pit this time round. Bogus Begbie's just pitted, so he's going long. Looking at it, he's on the mediums, he's going all the way. Punty hasn't changed his tyres. Interesting, mate. That's going to be interesting because that could be race critical. So he'll saved a little bit of time in the pits, but he's not changed his tyres, and that, yeah, that could work out. We've seen that happen before, and it's backfired massively. Wheat Smoker's having a party in the pits. Not sure what's happening there. Boonsy Bob is the net lead of the race, but the thing might be messed up a little bit now because for some reason Wheat Smoker's having a pit party. As we see, Boonsy Bob does pit. Let's see if Marley Tyler can come out in the lead of the race. I think he's going to be able to, because Boonsy Bob was absolutely marginal on fuel. Marley Tyler's going to assume the net lead of the race. As you can see, Weed Smoker's car dancing away in the pits there. Look at that. Rave party. Sorry, Boonsy Bob out now. Net second position for Boonsy Bob, and is he going long? That's a ton of fuel in that car, and I think that's enough to get you to the end of the race. We'll see though. Hunty at La Punty, mate, not confident in your tyre strategy. I'm not. I'm genuinely not. Manu, I don't know what the pit loss time is here. If you can get away with just pitting again, putting some super sticky softs on, sort of with 6 minutes to go, I don't know. I'm not sold. Anyway, Marley Tyler's got a 15.5 second lead. He's going to need a considerable amount of fuel, so he's probably going to lose the position to Boonsy Bob. Pan, you saying that? Boonsy Bob's off-roading, and he really needed a good lap. He really did need a good lap in order to get that move made. Bogus Begbie, is he going to be compromised as he come through Levant? He is. He's got a Boonsy Bob in his way. He's got to go wide, got to go on the grass. Hopefully get the move done in the Levant straight. Unfortunately then, that's Boonsy Bob down into third. Marley Tyler did have a bit of an off there looking at it, so not the best in lap for him. Bogus Begbie and Boonsy Bob having a bit of an on-track battle. Hunty the Punty, he's got to be feeling that tyre wear now. So all these guys can essentially now go along. Okay. That's not Marley Tyler, is it? No, Marley Tyler's car's not having a party in the pit. Weed Smoker now having, is he doing wheelies? Not sure. Are you wheeling it, mate? Who knows? I love BD's service. They're brilliant, aren't they? Right then, so now that pit stops have played out, Bogus Begbie is the leader of the race as it stands with half race distance covered. He has got Boonsy Bob all over his chuffed on. Boonsy Bob's now on the super soft tyre, so as they do a little bit of a synchronised drift. What I was just about to say before I was rudely interrupted by some drifting, is Boonsy Bob did need to escape there. He did need to get away. He's on the softest compounded tyre. He's made a bit of a mistake though, because Hunty's up his inside. We've had a quitter from the race somewhere along the line. That's Cuddles has exited the race somehow. Maybe a technical issue, not too sure. He set the fastest lap and then bounced, so I'm not too sure what happened there. What I was saying, Boonsy Bob's got to run away, really. He's got to get out of it. He's on the softest compounded tyre, and he needs to make this stick. He's probably got in the looking at, I mean, the fuel levels between them all are pretty comparative. Marley Tyler's got tons. It's not going to suspension anymore. But yeah, he's definitely going off fuel. So whether these guys are going to have to pit again, I don't know. They made about 10 minutes with Manu. Yeah, I think they will have to pit again, you know. There's definitely a 2-stop for most of these boys. So, will this long strategy by Marley Tyler pay off? Who knows? Again, we'll just have to see how this all pans out, I guess. We've only sort of 5 drivers now on track because Weed Smoker is... Oh, look at him. Look at that for freestyler. Yeah, he's dead, basically. So, yeah. Only 5 drivers now. Hopefully the 5 that remain on track give us a little bit of a show. So, Hunty the Punty, last week's race winner, has a 3 in 5 chance of getting a podium finish, I guess, is one stat you can pull out of this at the minute. I was going to say he just about survived that because he got his entry wrong to the corner, but just about survived it and then banged the chicane exit. He has got a decent gap to Bogus Begbie behind, who does just collect the tyres on the outside. Miley Tyler doing a much better job of that one, but somewhere along the line, absolute shocker. So he's lost tons of time somewhere along the line, Miley Tyler, because he's 15 seconds behind Boomsy Bob, and he wasn't that far behind after the pit stops all came to a conclusion. Right, so these guys half a tank of fuel now. Yeah, so it's just a matter of whether they can stretch their fuel out, I guess, and if they can't, whether they do a last ditch pit. I think Marley Tyler, looking at he's got over 75% and there's 30 minutes left to go. I think he's fueled to the end. We'll see, I guess. TWT, our 5th and last remaining driver on track, has pitted. He's on the softs. Looking at it, he's probably going to have to pit again though, with most of the guys. Don't forget we are on what? Times 10? Times 8? I'll have a look now. So either way, the tyre wear on this is savage. I remember that from before. They are on times 10 tyre wear, times 8 fuel. So the one issue, or Hunt is coming in to rectify that now, I think. So yeah, he did a short stint. I'm hoping he's going to slap on some really sticky super soft tyres now. Just give himself a splash and dash on the fuel in order to get himself to the end. So questions his strategy, we'll see if it works out. So he's gone to the softs, full tank. So he's definitely going to the end now. If he isn't, I'll be very surprised. Yeah, what I was going to say is a lot of these guys, the issue they're fighting is the tyre wear is that extreme that every lap the track feels completely different, and you have to adjust your braking points, your turning points and everything else accordingly. And that's why we do see so many mistakes, because it is genuinely difficult to do that. It's certainly not easy. It's not easy to drive the car differently every single lap, especially when your thoughts are, you know, on other cars and everyone else doing different things. So it certainly presents a unique challenge. CTWT's been struggling with that, with the tyre wear on the front of his car. You can see Weed Smoker now in the pits. And if we can go on to Weed Smoker, this is currently what he's looking at. What is going on? Anyway, Boonsy Bob, 13.6 second lead and building, so I think his tyre strategy is probably doing the best out of everyone's. He's going to have to come in again, but he's building up enough of a gap to Bogus Begbie, who also has to pit again, that he should still come out in the lead of the race. We will see. Miley Tyler, has he got enough fuel to get to the end? I'm not sure. He might have to go and splash and dash. This thing with the tyre wear being that extreme, sorry, the fuel depletion being that extreme, his strategy sometimes just goes out the window. We think Hunty the Punty is going long now though, with just 10 minutes remaining. We'll see if he can pick up a result out of this one. TWT. TWT killed them tyres. Your man of the moment though, Boonsy Bob. 129.3 was his last lap out, so he's still got good pace on those worn super softs. So they are starting to show their age, those tyres now. He's not suffering for pace too badly. Him and Bogus Begbie pretty similar. There is a bit of on-track action though. Milet Tyler finally gives me something to talk about. There's been an incident somewhere. TWT's had a crash. I did see that happen. We're going to flip back to this though. Milet Tyler has a much better run, but he's not going to have enough time to make that count through the chicane. I guess a really good run out of the chicane though, and coming down towards Modric. No, he's too far away. He's 4 tenths away, so there's no chance of a move between these two. But anyway, I said that. Bogus Begbie's made a hash of that corner, and Miles Harlett gets past. So yeah, that's all down to Bogus Begbie just making a little bit of a mistake there, potentially due to those tyres, because those tyres are shot to pieces now. He's going to be coming into pit very soon. Miles Tyler doesn't have to pit for a while. He's still got half a tank left, so maybe he can stretch that out long, who knows. Boonsy Bob, has he pitted? Because his lead's just gone. Where's your lead gone? He's made a mistake. He's got to have done. He's binned it somewhere. Let's have a look what his split time's like. He's a 1:34 on lap 13. Is he struggling for tyres? He's 6.2 seconds down on his best time, so he's made a mistake somewhere, and that's going to really affect him. Does he then soak in the damage and pit this lap and get some fresh boots on for the last 8 minutes? No, he doesn't. He's staying out. Malatala also stays out. Bogus Begbie pits. Looks like he needed to. Hunty the punty is going to be in first, because Bogus Begbie's gone into pit. So Hunty the punty now takes the fastest lap of the race with a 1:27.5 in race trim. So it's really working for Hunty right now, and he is reducing the gap to the leaders every single lap. So another good job by Hunty so far. Yeah, he can go to the end looking at all that. So Bogus Begbie's pitted now. So yeah, he can hopefully go to the end looking at that. Boonsy Bob's got to pit, so he'll probably pit this lap. At that point, Miles Tyler will again lead the race. But I'm not sure on Miles Tyler's fuel, you know, because Hunty's filled up way more. He's at like 60% fuel. Whereas Miles Tyler's probably about 45 right now, and I'm not sure if that's going to be enough to get him to the end of the race. I'm really not sure. He's not going slow either. His last lap was a 1:28.3, which is a fast lap. So Boonsy Bob pits. So Miles Tyler, leader of the race, wanted to punt it. He's going to resume second. As you see, Weed Smoker's car is now almost just on the one wheel. So his Jackman's got a lot of explaining to do. Is Bogus Begbie going to come out in front of Boonsy Bob? Time will tell. This one's pitted, don't forget. So Boonsy Bob does now. He comes out plenty of time. Right, so let's have a look at fuel then. Yeah, so Miles Tyler's got way less. He's got to come in and splash and dash it, surely. Because if you look at his fuel, yeah, it's not got enough. Hunty and Boonsy Bob in their pit stops, they put enough in seemingly to get them to the end of the race, so they're going long now. There's only 5 minutes of this remaining. Bogus Begbie doesn't appear to have enough either. Weed Smoker has got himself out of the pits at last after he's going to be about 17 laps down, surely. This is going to be the longest outlap known to man. And TWT is... Hang on. That can't be right. That can't be right. Surely. Anyway, I'm sure it'll figure it out after the race. Can't be 23 minutes. What's going on with this? Anyway, well, I'm sure we'll figure that out. I'm not too sure what's been going on. Last weed smoker all this time has been going round, and just for some reason it's bugged him out on my screen. Anyway, don't know. I'm talking about stuff that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, Chris. Hunty the Punty now, he's on chase mode. But to be brutally honest, you know, net lead of the race, really, isn't he? Because this man's got to pit again. Or so we think. Unless he can make 25% fuel last 4 and a bit minutes. Who knows? Hunty's reeling him in though. He's certainly a faster man on track right now, Hunty. He's got the bit between his teeth. As we come through St Mary's, he's just going to keep it clean and tidy, I guess. And he will get Miler Tyler, because he's got to either fuel save massively or just generally take it a little bit easier in order to keep it on track without him to pit. If he pitted now, he'd probably, depends how much fuel they'd have to take on, he might come out in front of Bogus Begbie. But if he carries on and epically fuel saves, is at risk of losing not only first but second as well. So if you're Miler Tyler, what do you do? Do you pit? Do you just throw it in the pits, splash and dash, don't change tyres? He doesn't do it this time round. He's going long. Or does he think the fuel he's got can make it? One thing I can't see is their fuel remaining in laps, which would be nice and interesting to see. Bogus Begbie and Boonsy Bob separated by just about 6 seconds then. Weed Smoker's showing to be 31 seconds behind Boonsy Bob, and TWT showing to be 1:14 behind them. So again, could all go all over the place. One thing to sort of bear in mind if Miler Tyler plays it cute enough, if he gets across the line with the right amount of time remaining, or indeed no time remaining, he'll not have to do an extra lap, or as everyone else may have to. Again, that's an issue I've found in some endurance races. The battle on track now is definitely between these two guys, so we'll cover this for the time being until I see anything on the map that leads me to think otherwise. We've only got 2 and a bit minutes remaining. The last time we caught up with these guys, there was just over 4 laps separated. Sorry, 4 seconds separating them. It's down to 2.8 now. My best guess is another 2 laps remaining. They're both going to want to keep it clean. Let's see if this works. Yeah, it does. We can go on board with Miler Tyler. Well, go on board with Hunty as he's in chase mode. So we come on board of chase mode Hunty as he comes through Magerick for the first time, getting blinded by the sun. As you come down towards the St Mary's complex, the fans in attendance going wild at this mad mini action. Helicopters circling the airfield. This is just because this racing is just so dangerous. Into St Mary's then, almost drifting this mini through. Put your braking in the right space. Try and brake while the car's in a straight line. Onto there, nearly loses it. That's cost him a little bit of time in the chase, but as you can see, the gap visibly reducing. He's in a groove now, Hunty. He seems to be driving nice and smoothly, I've got to say. These minis don't take a lot to throw you off. Let's see how Miler Tyler's fuel's doing after this lap. See if he does peel off into the pits. Oh, he's minimal. He's not making it. He's not making it. Onto the punty. Is he going to get the move done here? No. He's going to have to just bide his time. Does Miler Tyler pit? Does Miler Tyler pit? No, he doesn't. He's going to stick it out. 1 more lap remaining. Has Miler Tyler got enough in the tank then? Looking looking at his fuel, he's at serious risk of running out. So Hunty the Punty is in attack dog mode, and he gets the first position on the last lap of the race. Milo Tyler, unfortunately, just concentrating more on his fuel gauge than the man chasing him down. So Hunter just needs to keep it on the track, and first position is his. He's already pulled 2.4 seconds to Milo Tyler. I'm interested to see if Milo Tyler does manage to eke his fuel out to the end. Time will tell. Bogus Beg being third as it stands, but again he's marginal on fuel as well. Boozy Bub's got plenty in the tank, sir. Plenty in the tank. Weed Smoke, after he's danced in the pits, he's out in 5th with TWT in 6th position, and is he on his final lap? Oh, I've got no timer left. Yeah, TWT's finished. So your next man across the line, in theory, should be this guy. Oh no, Weed Smoker's gone past as well. So Weed Smoker's confirmed to 5th. After he's danced in the pits. The next man across the line is going to be your winner. 2nd race in a row. An unbelievable scene. The crowd goes wild. Applause, admiration all over the place for Hunty the Punty. Fantastic race, Hunty. I was questioning strategy at one point, mate. Milo Tyler out of fuel. Wait, is he? Who knows? No, he's not out of fuel. Don't know. Interesting to see if he was out of fuel. Bogus Begbie. Tokyo drifts it in front of the grandstand just to give the fans something to applaud. He's out of fuel as well. That tank is drier than the Saharan's lips. I don't know. I was going to say something else, and then I realised that this video is going on YouTube and I might get blocked for what I was about to say. And Boozy Bob in 4th. So that's your race, ladies and gents. Feature race for the minis. Apologies there wasn't too much action on track for this one, but that's how it goes sometimes. That's your lot. Okay, let's give a well done to Hunty the Punty. Again, I don't know what he's been drinking, but a good performance by Hunty. That's your video for the ProAm League of the Chewitt Cooper Cup. I'm going to throw some links in the description as always. One of them is going to be to Dark Smoker's channel, who's been live streaming the pro footage. Another one's going to be to Chewitt Racing on Facebook. Another one's going to be to Next Gen Racing, who are part of organising all this stuff. Applaud you to go and check all that stuff out in the description below. For now though, I've been Chris, CJW Racing. I'm going to bounce.